Yo friends, what's up? It's Moline. We're gonna be doing a little bit of analysis. Alright, today I recently switched over to Nathria. It was my first bet that it was the best, and I'm pretty sure it is. We're just gonna go into the fights. Oh shit. That's a pre-recording. Okay, so Hungering Destroyer. Just gonna do a quick TLDR of all these fights and then gonna tell you how Shadlowlands is and other stuff. So, yes, this is it. Alright. At 100 energy, boss does a suckin. It was very laggy during this testing, so yeah, bad stuff. I was playing BM, also bad stuff. But yeah, you can see it's pretty bad. I was doing no damage, so yeah. They told me I was down there with the Ellie Shaman and the Shadow Priest, which yeah, not so good. So first thing that's gonna happen is this little leech thing around here. Before that guy died, yeah, it's a little leech aura around you. You leech around 4 people, but more than that, 4 to 5 people, but more than that is kind of wasted. You don't want to be, draining HP from everybody. Aside from healing parses, but yeah, drain like 4 people around you. I think it might be just 3, but yeah. Might be more of these in Mythic. We'll see. It's a volatile ejection. I think 3 people in this difficulty get fixated, and they make giant freaking lines. And you don't stack the lines on top of each other. That's bad. That's bad. Like, see these two? These two guys, they're stacking the lines on top of each other. They're gonna get blown up. Boom! And each line makes the next line do 100% damage. So, I think at some point there is a lineup where you get 2 of these lines before the debuff expires. You immune that. So, how do you solve that? Maybe defensive? I don't know. Because they're definitely dead right now. Okay. And I think one of them who died was a rogue? No, it's a warrior. Okay. Anyway. Another point in the fight. He's gonna spawn some orbs. These circles literally around everybody. And you just freaking put him at a designated location. We decided the outside of the room. So as we did more polls, we designated spots for the orbs. The more are around the outside of the room, and we're just putting him outside, out of the way. I think this boss might be a kite boss. Honestly, everyone just spreads out. Range spreads out. Melee spread out. They have their locations, and they just move around the room. Because this seems, I don't know. I'm not a strat guy, so screw it. In about 10 seconds here, he's gonna do a big sucking. You're gonna see it. I'm pretty sure you see it this one, even though we're wiping here. Not volatile ejection, big circle. Oh yeah, and the circle's size depends on how low your HP is, and it gets bad pretty fast. So yeah. Oh my! I didn't realize we killed somebody there. Fuck, that was bad. I'm gonna find a pull where you get the second. It was very laggy, so this testing was like mega scuffed. Okay, here we go. So 100 energy, the suck-in happens. It's called consume. Is it 100 energy? Didn't look like it, but screw it. Yep. I ran into the big AMS shield. I'm glad that's back. And then, yeah, and that's all it is. Even if you can tank it, the consume, it's not a good idea to tank it. You just want to run because you're literally healing the boss when he casts consume. So yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. If you can totally immune it, like Cloak of Shadows, maybe. Probably do that. But yeah, good stuff. This boss, pretty tanky spanky. Okay, right now we're in Ouroboros. Next boss. The boss after that was the vampire boss, I believe. No, this is not the video. Give me a second to get it. Give me a second. I'm a little hungover. This is really. I'm doing stuff scuffed. Okay, this boss. Yes. Okay, so by the time we got to this boss, lag was pretty leveled down. It was fixed. So good job to that. Really didn't think they would fix it, but they did. So, why is that taking damage? I don't know. I don't know why that's taking damage. Okay. But yeah, um, this boss drains, it's like Lei Shen. She drains 2 boxes next to her, right? I believe. Well, maybe she drains all the boxes, but what's happening with these bars here is that one's being drained, and the more power it's given, the more the mechanics get bad, you know. So see this little checkpoint. So at around, it looks like 1200 energy. That is level 3, and we can just at around 600 energy. It's level 2. So level 1's up to 600. 1200 is level 3. She empowers that stuff, and the mechanic that is empowered is listed right here. So it looks as if. So number 3. So 3 down here looks like it's Sins of the Past. I'll tell you about that later. Number 2 is vials that drop on the ground. Level 4 is ads, and level 1 is I don't know that. Level 1 is I don't know that. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look after the fight. You know what? I'm gonna look right now. I'm gonna look right now. What is that? What is that thing? What is that thing? Exposed desires. Oh yeah, that's the debuff. Okay. So right now we're empowering the debuff, and it's hurting a lot. Basically, it's this heart thing. It's this heart thing on the nameplates. So right now I have it, 1Z has it, and Arc has it. So 1Z is taking damage, and we're taking 1Z's damage. And that's basically the debuff. So focus targets for healers, etc. This mechanic over here, that's the vials. We're gonna figure that out shortly. I'm going to go into a deeper pull. So Sins of the Past. Sins of the Past are these little orb boys, okay? And then Shared Suffering is lines. You gotta connect to the orbs, and we do these pretty quickly. You have to stand on the orb, by the way, to connect the dots efficiently, right? These two guys aren't. I think Spatula was bugged, so he was just standing there. Yeah, he was just fucking standing there. But yeah, um, Sins of the Past. Yeah, Sins of the Past are the orbs. Shared Suffering is the connect the dots thing. It's beams between people. You take damage in between the beams, and the way this lines up, um, there's gonna be things happening. So yeah, these right here, and sometimes you gotta make plays and immune them. But see these circles that were happening right before I soaked? Those are the ads. So what's gonna happen is that 2 little ads are gonna spawn, one big ad's gonna spawn. They're all going to cast this nasty stuff called. Let me see. This nasty stuff called condemn. Condemn. Now it says this is interruptible, but the big ad, the way it was tuned on heroic, the cast wasn't kickable. So the big ad needed to be in melee immediately, right? And then the two ads were just meh. They were kickable. But yeah, that's basically what it was. Um, three big circles around people. They place the ads, and obviously the big ad should probably be closest to the boss, right? For cleave. Yeah, while all this is happening, shared suffering, connect the dots to the orb boards. You have to stand on the orbs, and the vials are going down. And while all this is happening, the debuffs are being applied, and preferably, right, the debuffs preferably the debuffs are like, you know, are on not the people who are soaking, right? But we're empowering the debuffs, so about 6 people have them. I think 6 people have them, and I'm looking at the tanks right now, and the debuff is actually stacking. So I think everyone's taking. I don't know. I don't know how exactly the debuff works, but it's bad, bad, bad. Big damage, bad. Okay, and that's a fight. Pretty sure we didn't empower any of their conduits, I believe. So yeah, I was BM. I had no idea how much damage I was doing. But yeah, we were just empowering the debuff. Oh yeah, this is what happens when the ad gets the cast off. Big damn. Big damn. Yes. End of the fight. Big damn. Yeah, that's basically what happens. I mean, it's pretty much the same shit over and over. Like, it's just constant lineups, and etc. Right? So, you know, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's move on. That's another one of this. Another one of these. Okay, this fight, ad fight. This has a lot of ads, but you have to push. So the main target here is Kael'thas. Everything here dies, but Kael'thas is the main target. You have to heal him up, like Temple of Sethrellis. But the way you heal him, I don't think he can be directly healed. I don't know if he can, but there are mechanics that like enhance healing, I believe. There's 4 pillars here. During downtime, DPS go to the pillars and channel into the pillars and give Kael'thas health. Also, these occultists on the side, I think you see one here. 4 occultists at the beginning of the fight, you gotta kill them fast because they're gonna drop vials, and if they're not killed within a time, they don't drop vials. So you gotta put them down fast. These assassins, they do blink strikes, and when they blink strike, they AOE on people, and it's pretty bad if you're next to people because that dot stacks. So, but it's 1 dot per strike, but you know, if you get strike multiple times, you get the stacking dot. The carrying ability, the carrying healing pot, that was clearing the stacks, so that was pretty nice. But yeah, so fight starts. See, he dropped the vial, but some don't die fast enough. See, there's even a little timer for this little vial here. When that timer expires, dot drops, right? I think the faster you kill him, like something beneficial. Anyway, um, yeah, Crimson Tournament is a dot from the assassins. That thing is, yeah, spread out. The jailer casts it, so you know, bad stuff. Return to stone. So when these assassins reach low HP, they need to be executed, or else they return to stone and full heal. So yeah. And Little ads, they do casts, but the bigger thing is that they explode immediately upon death. So that's pretty bad. Rockbound Vanquisher, that guy, you gotta kill him within a certain time, or else he does like a pulverize ground slam ability, which does AoE damage to the raid. That it's concussive smash, and that does AoE damage to the raid. He does a channel of it, I believe, or maybe he just does it a lot. I don't know. You just want to kill him fast, right? Really bad for healers if they stay alive long. Soul infusers. Soul infusers, they go to the pillars and they do the opposite of what you're doing to the pillars. They drain health from Kael'thas, and they need to be killed fast. They can be slowed. I believe they can be stunned, but they cannot be rooted. But yeah, add waves during the fight. Yeah. Obviously, you want to save your cooldowns for right here because it's a lot of stuff, and preferably, melee get out of here because that's a lot of little ads and they're gonna explode. And that's the gist of the fight, honestly. Um, big ad waves, big wide, big ad waves. To be frankly honest, I'm too hungover to go over the exact timings of how many ads there are. But there's points where you're gonna want to save cooldowns as you begin this fight. So yeah, and yeah, look just how many ads there are over there. Like, oh my god. Obviously, you wanna bring everything to the occultists while you're killing the soul infusers. So maybe while the DPS are killing the soul infusers, the tanks grab everything and they position it on top of the occultists. But yeah, occultists drop vials, healers heal them. It helps Kael'thas. Good stuff. I want to find a poll where we actually get to the Shade of Kael'thas part of the fight because I want to explain that. First time I died. Did I die? No. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So, at around 42% health, 1.87 mil. I don't have percents on this, but I've heard it's 42%. Anyway, when he drops to his to the phasing part, the Shield of Kael'thas emerges. He spawns with two phoenixes, and they fixate on people and drop stuff. You want to kite those out. They might be on melee. It looks like they're on melee. So yeah, pretty bad. Oh yeah, they're definitely on the melee. So if you're range, you kite them outside. Soul infusers might spawn like might be a bad phasing time, but lots of ads, and the phoenixes are permanent. When they die, they just full heal and recharge and come back, you know, and they're not targetable. The phoenix egg is not killable, so they're permanent. Kite Kael'thas around the room as he drops stuff. Kael'thas is a big cast. It's called Pillar of something. I think it might be Pillar of Flame. Oh well, it's called Ember Blast, I believe. So Ember Blast happens, right? And Ember Blast is a big hit. Everyone has to stack up to share the damage. He just does it, and there's stuff dropping on the floor, etc. Um, that little icon there, I do believe that that's some weird stuff. I don't know. I don't know what that's about yet, but we never really fixated upon it. But yeah, he does a frontal as well, blazing, blazing whatever it is, blazing whatever it is. Yeah, that Shade of Kael'thas is a mean dude. Ember Blast, yes. Okay, so Ember Blast is at swirly. Everyone soaks it. If you don't, you die. So that's that. That's the fight, and I believe that's all the mechanics of that fight, right? Heal Kael'thas, Shade of Kael'thas down comes down, stuff gets real, and that's that. Okay, one more fight. One more fight. It is what I believe to be a patchwork kind of fight, but me see if I can actually find it, because I believe I might have deleted it by accident. I believe I did. Oh man. Oh man. So, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. What we're gonna do is this. We're gonna look at the old video. So, it's gonna be a little bit of inception. So, this fight. Sludgefist. Really basic fight. It is the patchwork fight, I believe. So, 4 pillars, he charges into them, right? He charges into him. If you get in the way of him, you die. If you break these shattering chains is the main mechanic. People get paired up, you get a swirly on you. And yeah. Oh my god, this is weird. This is weird. Because I'm like controlling stuff, and it's just getting weird. He does destructive stomp, obviously. Big damn. But yeah, when he runs into a pillar, he gets a 7-second vulnerability of 100% increased damage. So save your CDs for that. Probably Lust there, preferably, I think, etc. So sometimes, so yeah, there's these chains. Someone gets fixated without a chain. I've never seen someone get fixated with a chain. 4 pillars. When he charges the 5th time, the fight ends. And that's that. Yeah, swirlies drop. So the swirlies that drop the... So these swirlies are... These big swirlies right here, they don't do a lot of damage on impact, I believe. We just run from them, because the dot in the swirlies is, like, pretty bad. He's also gonna do this big chain at some point. Yeah, the big chain at some point. And it's gonna be, don't know. Yeah, see, look, there you go. That's how you. Okay, so this big circle right here, right? This big circle is one of the deadlier mechanics. Right? It's some big chains around you and it's a bigger circle. So what he's gonna do? It's shared damage, so people have to stack, and he pulls you in. Don't know if you can immune it. Don't know if you can disengage it, but you can certainly try. But yeah, that's basically how it works. It is rare, and I believe what was happening was that it was targeting the fixated people, and I believe they made the decision that it was too hard to have the combined mechanics. So, you know, but it's testing, so you might get picked with that big thing, and you're still fixated, which would suck. Yeah, small swirlies with the rocks, those hurt a lot. Kind of around the room, you're filling up space with these little swirlies, so yeah, obviously work your way from one room to the other. Kite him into the pillars. Really basic fight. That's all the fight is. Really, it's like one of the earlier bosses, so that's all the fight is. And it's really basic. But yeah, that's Sludgefist for you. I believe the fight ends at around 5:30 to 5:50. Like there's a bit of variance. But yeah. I believe what was happening is that people were extending the time by kiting him in like a loop. So they're turning as it was weird. It was very weird. But yeah, I believe you can extend the fight by like manipulating that fixing mechanic. But that's some advanced stuff right there. By the way, I'm curing an MM while doing this, and I'll explain that right now. So, curing an MM, it's good for sustain, very good for sustain. But obviously, the potion is like once per fight, etc. I don't believe you need it. Event there is to play because the Covenant ability interacts with the talent row. And this talent row does, a lot of damage. You get an extra ability, right? And yeah, very good. Very good, right? Because when you press kill shot, Kill shot makes aim shot recharge faster when you take Deadeye, so that's just giving you more stuff. It's more net damage than arcane shot, and it costs less focus, so it's very very efficient, and you can cast it on the move again, like arcane shot. But yeah, very good stuff. For that fight, I believe Careflame was the play, but that's it. Like, this is a single target row for now, I believe. Maybe you take lethal shots instead of Deadeye. I probably should have taken lethal shots for Kyrian. Maybe not. Maybe double tap was the play for that fight. But I believe you can go either. Anyway, Shadowlands is fun, dude. Like, oh my god, Shadowlands. Hell yeah, this expansion is great. The only problem is the covenants, right? The permanence of the covenants, right? You can only switch over once if you screw up, but like that's about it. Aside from that, like this is that's literally the only problem I like. Well, maybe PvP is screwed, but yeah. As far as PvE gameplay, like this expansion is really good. It feels so weird having 7% haste, but it still feels fun, right? BFA, I remember distinctly that BFA was not fun at 7% haste. Maybe it's just me, but it was really bad in the beginning of BFA. But this just like the way the game feels right now is just incredible. Um, that's that. You got your areas here. You got the map. Orbos, the Mom, Aldraxis, Rivendreth, Ardenweald, Bastion. By the way, on the beta right now, it's dumb. On the beta right now, it's really dumb. Um, these portals here. If you're Kyrian, you have to go to the palace city over here, and the portal takes you over here. It's really bad. So when you go to Bastion, it's just really bad. Take the Flight Master. He takes you directly to where your capital is, but usually the portal does not take you to the capital. The portal takes you to like, yeah, it would be cool if the portal took you to your last flight point on the island, so that you could still use the portals, right? But the way it's working right now, you don't want to use the portals. You want to use the Flight Master. But you're probably gonna have to use the portals the first time to discover the flight points. But that's about it. Yeah, MM. This is so far the best single target setup right here. Master Marksman, Explosive Shot. They redid the Explosive Shot. It doesn't tick. It doesn't tick like it did at Kata, but it's actually an AoE now, which is nice. Explosive Shot literally explodes now, which is good. It was a single target dot back in the day, but now it's a one tick explosion after 3 seconds. To up to 6 enemies, 8 yards, 2700. Might get tuned, but it pumps an AoE and Mythic Plus. Chimera Shot, 2 hits on 1 enemy. I believe in the past it was only 1 hit on 1 enemy, but now it's 2 hits on 1 enemy. So that's a very nice change. Post haste, yeah, been there. Binding Shackles, PvP ability. Deadeye, kill shot 2 charges. Aim shot recharges 50% faster for 3 seconds. It's pretty much gonna restore 1 aim shot with Deadeye. It's nice that it's not instant, but you know maybe it's just tuning. Yeah, calling the shots again. 2.5 seconds for every arcane shot or multi shot. So maybe you want to get um arcane shots in. Maybe you go lock and load when you go Deadeye. Maybe if you're getting enough kill charges, maybe you go lock and load, but who knows about the tuning. Like this will get better with haste. I believe you switch to this once you get better haste. But you know, aside from that, that's just that. That is that. Venthyr the best. Conduits are pretty okay for Venthyr. You get Bloodlust. There's this little conduit that you get Bloodlust for. Potency conduits aren't out, so you've yet to test that. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks, guys, for watching. TLDR. Nice little thing. I'm probably gonna do an update on this video in the future. But yeah, subscribe to my Twitch, twitch.tv/Moline. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Thanks.